confused by what you're doing right now. If you ever get into the kingdom of God, if you ever get plugged into the ways of God, if you ever get connected with Christ, your life will never be the same again. God, my God, my God, my God, my God. Then she says, get down to the floor. That's number 5. She says, go to the place. In other words, move into the place where the blessing is going to come. Have you ever noticed that whenever depression comes, one of the first things it tries to do is get you to stay in the house? Because the devil knows that in order to get a certain level of blessings, you have to be in a certain place. And he'll do anything he can to get you to be all dressed up, but in the wrong place. It's a dangerous thing to stay too long in a place that you're overdressed. It's all right to be in the lobby as long as you leave. But if you're going to stay in the lobby too long, that's why no matter how much I love people, I can't stay in no place that I'm not trying to be. If I'm trying to go to the next level, it doesn't matter where I start. It matters where I finish. And I don't mind you seeing me dressed differently from you as long as you understand I'm on my way. Why am I going in this direction? Because he's calling me. He's calling me. You go on wherever you want to go. Go on to the beach. Go on swimming. Do what you want to do. He's calling me. He's calling me. He's calling me. And here she comes into a new environment because she's getting into place. And when you start getting into place, you don't fit. See, being successful is lonely because you didn't fit where you came from, because you was dressed for where you're going. And so you got to be prepared to be a misfit if God's going to give you this blessing. If you got to have a strong support system, you can't get this level of blessing because you're too in to be out, but you're too out to be in. You're too close to your destiny to let your history hinder you from getting to your destiny. And so when you start moving into your destiny, you're in the position, but you don't feel comfortable. Is there anybody in here who knows what it's like to be in a position that God gave you and you don't feel comfortable in it? You're in it, but you don't feel worthy of it. You don't feel right to be in it. You feel out of place in it, but God gave it to you. Well, get in the place and stay there. God knew who you were when he put you in the position. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and stop feeling unworthy and get yourself ready for what God, didn't he tell you he would do a new thing in you? Didn't he tell you he would make you the head and not the tail? Don't blow this miracle. This miracle, who am I preaching to? This miracle is for you. You're working on.
All right. Hello. Okay, blessed evening, everyone, wherever you are around the world, all our kingdom citizens, Fishing for Bibbs family, the public viewers on TikTok and on Facebook. How you guys are doing? Hope all is well, all is blessed. So, you all know what we're doing today. We are diving into in-depth knowledge about trading. We're going back to the foundation. We're going back to basics. Now, this is critical for a lot of traders to understand because we know we have a lot of traders failing. A lot of traders cannot keep their money. A lot of traders keep spinning top, going round and round in circles on a hamster wheel. And this has been it has been like this for generations. This is not a now thing. It has been like this for generations. Even before the internet, it has always been like this. But I want to take you guys back a little. All right. So invite some traders on this call, invite some retail traders, day traders, scalpers, your coach, your mentor, your teacher. Because I'm going to go back to basics. I'm going to go straight back to the foundation, straight back to the early 60s, early 70s. We are going way back because if we don't get the concept, if we don't get the understanding, if we don't get the knowledge, you will still have a wrong perception of the market if you don't really get the information from the foundation itself, from way back. So you must appreciate this if you're going to be successful in trading long term. If you're going to use this business as a career, as a profession, you will respect this information. Because I always say education first. Education first. Education first. You do not need to know what is a pip first. You do not need to know what is a stop loss, a take profit first. Right? All these things are secondary. What you need to do, you must learn the foundation. You must learn the landscape of the business. You must learn how the industry set up. You must learn how it really operate, how it really function. All right. So share this live, invite some people on. Nice. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from, which part of the world, which part of Trinidad and Tobago, east, west, north, or south. All right. And walk with your book and your pen. Take notes. So if you're a trader or you're interested in getting into this industry, this information is very valuable and very priceless for you. Because if you're coming here to win, you have to come and do it properly, do it the right way. All right. Pre-sal in the house. Big up yourself. Pre-sal. All right. Yeah. So, guys, we're going to go way back. We're going way back. So, back in the days when only the rich and wealthy could have participated in financial markets, the internet wasn't around. They used to make phone calls. So you have your normal little ring phone, ring, nice. They had a big cell phone and big internet and all of that going on. So you have to call in and you have to say, I want to buy your USD at so price. And you do a wire transfer, you do a bank transfer or whatever. They take the orders, they punch it in. Nice. That's how you used to actually get it done. Or you have your actual your broker. Nice. Your broker is actually taking the order and doing your thing. All right. So you could either place the order, send the money. Nice. Or you have your broker and you're actually calling your broker and telling your broker, well, I want to buy this, want to buy that, the other. Nice. Now understand, the rich and wealthy, the people with the money, only very few participants used to actually engage in financial markets back then. It wasn't widely available for the ordinary and common man on the street. That is one of the first things we need to understand, because if you have to manipulate, indoctrinate, brainwash here a whole generation, there must be information that is hidden from the masses. And this is very important. There must be information, there must be knowledge, there must be education that is hidden from the masses for the industry to be successful. It's just like capitalism. Ignorance and poverty must exist for capitalism to be successful. And you need to understand this about the industry too. The Forex market, the financial markets, the foreign exchange market is in business to make money. It's not in business to give away the money. So let's forget about the $7 trillion a day and all of that. Huge market cap in stocks and huge market cap in cryptos and huge market cap in Forex. Let's forget that a little bit. Put that one side for now, because I want you guys to understand this. The industry is designed and built in a way to make money, to be profitable. And they create the game. They create the business. So the ball is in their court. Anybody else who going in there to participate is just a player. But the ball is in their court. They create the industry. They design it. They make it up. They manufacture it. They design it, right? And we as traders on the outside, retail traders, are going into this industry as participants to make money. Now, our agenda, our objective is to go and make money. Their objective is to make money. The only difference is between us and them is the ball is in their court. So if we don't learn the game and learn the rules properly, and don't play the game the way how they design the game to play for them to win on the other side, well then the masses don't stand a chance. And I want you guys to understand this. The masses do not stand a chance. And that's why even before the internet and after the internet, the results of retail traders that fail have never decreased. It only increased. So the internet didn't make it better. It didn't make people more successful. Everybody have a cell phone now. Everybody have internet. The market become easily accessible over the years. From your bedroom, ID card, proof of address, open up your account. Fund your account, trade. And they make sure that the education and the information that pro traders or professional traders use is not the information that they're going to send out to the masses. And that's why if you never walk a floor or you never been in a room with professional traders, you do not know how they actually apply their approach to be consistently profitable, because professional traders are consistently profitable traders. And our job as a retail trader, as a retail person, is to emulate their framework, their process, their application, their money management, their risk management, if we want to become successful. That's our job. Our job is to emulate them. But the information is not out there. It's not on the internet. All those foreign companies, multi-level marketing companies with products and services, none of the educators, they have never been on a floor. They are all brainwashed. They are all volume-based. And they are also working for the brokers, and the brokers working for the investment banks. We're going to go into some document just now. I'm going to break this down because I'm telling you, as my boy Peter Tuchman said, you see that video I shared, especially for the students in the community here? That video that I sent yesterday. Did you see what Peter Tuchman said? Let's look at it. Let's go and quickly look at it. And this is why God blessed me to end up on the other side of the fence. Why? Because I'm going, I got the money, I got the connections, well connected, I got the sources, I got to go inside there and learn all the right stuff and bring it back for my people. So hear what he says here.
People with retail orders are at a bit of a disadvantage just by nature of the fact that they can't move markets, and that a lot of it is psychological.
All right, so let me just play it over so everybody will see. So here's what Peter Tuchman is saying.
People with retail orders are at a bit of a disadvantage just by nature of the fact that they can't move markets, and that a lot of it is psychological, that they think they're less than, but they're not. They basically have the same access to the markets that anybody has. Do they have less access to information? Yeah, for sure. Retail traders don't have 25 grand to pay for Bloomberg. They don't have $25,000 to pay for access to newsletters and to retail analysts, to institutional analysts. It's just by nature, right? If you make $50 a week, you're eating at Mickey D's. If you make $1 million a year, you're going to Delmonico's for steak. It's the nature of life. As far as that goes, there's certain advantages by having more wealth or having more money or whatnot, but don't ever think that you are less than being a retail trader and an institutional trader. You are trading with limited information by nature.
Let's stop right there. You are trading with what? limited information. That is what's going on with retail traders out there. Retail traders are trading with limited information and the wrong information. So every strategy is a lie. Every strategy that you use to day trade and scalp for income to become wealthy and rich in trading is a lie. Every breakout, every break and retest, every Fibonacci, every RSI, stochastic, MACD, every higher high, higher low, everything that they fabricate and they build an entire industry, they built an entire industry around it. Everything, when trading hit our shores, it never came here by professional traders. It came here by two non-traders. They were never traders. That alone should tell you something. Trading blew up in Trinidad in 2012, around there, 2013, coming up the road. Otherwise, nobody never used to hear about trading or know about trading and stuff before that. Yeah, but when it land here in a way that, okay, just follow this education, just follow this line, just draw this line, so just put this support, so put this resistance, so take this signal, so the scanner will scan the market and give you trade opportunities. You just punch in the buy stop, punch in the stop loss, punch in the take profit. And this is what was exposed to retail traders from the start. Think about it. Approximately 8 billion people in the world. Approximately 8 billion people in the world, and millions out of that 8 billion are traders worldwide. Because back in the day, you got to understand, back in the day, because it was only kind of locked up for the rich and wealthy to participate in the market, and the ordinary man couldn't access financial markets from a phone or internet or his laptop. It was locked up for the people who had money, which means it didn't have no big set of liquidity. And if you know what liquidity is, it means a lot of participants. We in Trinidad and Tobago do not have a healthy stock exchange. Trinidad and Tobago Stock Exchange, why? Because it doesn't have a lot of participants. So think about before the internet, when people used to be picking up their phone and placing orders, buying stocks, buying shares, nice, and placing orders, right? Through their broker. Okay, cool. And retail traders was still losing. 99% of them was still losing. It's generational. This design to fail is generational. Not just only people think that is them and it's their fault and their psychology. But if you are not trained the right way with the right education, is of course your psychology. You cannot be trained and programmed with the wrong education to even think right or think properly and react properly. If you learn the wrong education, of course your psychology will be messed up. But if you learn the right education, you could train and program your mind and program yourself to function a certain type of way, and you wouldn't have all this headache and heartache in trading. But it was all designed from the start. Listen, somebody had an idea, we're going to create a very healthy international market. Internet came out. When the internet came out, everybody had cell phones. Market become easily accessible, online broker. Everything was online now. Nobody picking up phones and calling no more. One click of a button, you're executing a trade in seconds. So the click become very easy. And I'm telling you guys, you all hear it from the Einstein of Wall Street himself. Retail traders are trading with limited information. What do you think he mean by that? What do you think he mean by that?
Information by nature because of the cost of the information. It's not like these guys.
And in that, the other thing,
The information. It's not like these.
The other thing I hear him say there is what? The cost of the information. How many people have free education out there from YouTube or from some retail trader who believe, well, they're doing some kind of. So when you think about it, free and cheap, and this is Einstein of Wall Street. They are limited to information because of the cost of the information. And that's why I tell people learning to trade is very expensive. Learning to trade is expensive. It's not a cheap thing. And it's not a free thing. So that's why they work with trading influencers to go on YouTube and create content. It makes people open up trading accounts and try to follow these contents, these trading influencers, these so-called gurus. And then when you deposit money into your trading account, that's good for the investment bank, that's good for the market maker, and that's good for the broker. But it's not good for you. Because the broker himself wants you to click as often as possible and trade as often as possible, as much as possible. That's what the broker wants you to do. And you know what? They put strategies out there just for you to click as much as possible, as often as possible. Yeah. And you call it a strategy. They call it manipulation. So you are now brainwashed, you're now indoctrinated. And it's very healthy for the industry. So no amount of easy access to financial markets made people more successful. No amount of retail information out there made people more successful. And because of the internet, information was widely available. So now they get a good playing field because now they could put any rubbish out there on Google, anything on the internet surrounding trading, and somebody will fall for it and believe they could get rich and open up the trading account and then blow up. The cost of the information. Listen what the guy is saying properly, yeah?
People with retail orders are at a bit of a disadvantage just by nature of the fact that they
Retail orders is in a bit of disadvantage. He's literally letting you know you are trading the odds. You're trading the odds. The odds is not in your favor as a retail trader, and what you were taught, what you are exposed to, what you are using to trade to become rich or consistently profitable or to build wealth. You are literally trading the wrong way. The odds is not in your favor. Retail orders are trading at a disadvantage. This is very important to understand. So if you don't learn how to approach the market like the professionals do and approach the market like the pros do, the same framework, the same process of consistently profitable professional traders, but then you don't stand a chance as a retail trader trying to use retail strategies. The only thing we have to come in here and do is lock into the pro traders and them, understand their framework, process, formula, everything, and learn that and apply that. That's the only way we can stack the odds in our favor to get the type of results as a retail trader. Anything we do outside of that, short-lived. Not gonna last. You're gonna lose a lot of money, spend a lot of time doing the wrong things, spinning top in mud, never succeed. I'm telling you, listen to what the guy is saying properly.
people with retail orders are at a bit of a disadvantage just by nature of the fact that they can't move markets and that a lot of it is psychological, that they think they're less than, but they're not. They basically have the same access to the...
Having the same access, right? Listen now. Having the same access doesn't mean you're going to be successful. It doesn't mean you're going to do well in trading. Don't matter how much people hype and lie and fabricate and do all of that with, you know, trading gold, over leverage on gold. They make a little money here, make a little money there. They are still trading to zero. They are still, when the market condition change, they are giving back every single thing. They are still losing consistently over and over. They don't know what they're doing. They have no pro trader framework, no processes, nothing understanding market conditions, you know, and getting proper biases. They don't understand nothing, doing everything totally wrong. Access never meant that you're going to be successful.
Markets that anybody has. Do they have less access to information? Yeah, for sure. Retail traders don't have 25 grand to pay for Bloomberg.
So when trading stocks, well, it has some information that is free. But when trading stocks and you need to do some research, there are some things that you may have to subscribe to. There are some things that you may have to pay for to get information. When a retail trader come in an industry like this, if TradingView say you have to pay, all of a sudden, they don't want to trade again. I shouldn't pay for TradingView. If anything come up saying that they need to pay for it, I don't want to pay. They don't understand the cost of doing business, because most people come from a job or 9 to 5. Them never come from a business mindset. So they don't understand there are costs to things. There are things that they might have to pay for. And they're coming in with limited money. So you don't want to pay for certain information. If you could get it free, you could get it free. But if you had to pay for it, you had to pay for it. Now you will walk away from trading just because TradingView might tell you one day, you know what, you had to pay to use me. And not knowing you can actually pay to use TradingView, learn the right way, make millions of dollars from trading, but you will just walk away just because of a small fee that TradingView say you have to pay. You know what I mean? Right now, that people not even coming on Telegram. Why? Because you have to pay $1 and something cents to go on Telegram now. But if that's where we have to store our stuff and do our stuff, we're going to pay the $1 and something US. That ain't going to kill we. That the cost of doing business. Yeah. So what he's saying here, listen, retail traders don't even have the money to even pay for information. They're coming in with very small money. They think they can just dump a $50 in a trading account. Nice. They've done and learn the right thing. They've done information, limited information they're trading with. Wrong information they're trading with. The odds not in their favor. They have access to all the markets like everybody else, yes. But what's going on there?
They don't have $25,000 to pay for access to newsletters and to retail analysts, to institutional analysts. It's just by nature, right? If you make $50 a week, you're eating at Mickey D's. If you make $1 million a year, you're going to Delmonico's for steak. It's the nature of life as far as that goes. There's certain advantages by having more wealth or having more money or whatnot, but don't ever think that you are less than being a retail trader than an institutional trader. You are trading with limited information by nature because of the cost of the information. It's not like these guys are sitting around trying to hold you back.
Yeah, so y'all gotta understand.
People with retail orders are at a...
All right, y'all gotta understand that information there, because what I'm telling you guys, it is very important for y'all to understand the foundation and where all this came from. You know, how everything started, how everything evolved over the years. It's very important to understand that. Because if you don't understand that, you're totally lost. So this here, you see this. This here will also confirm that everything that hit our shores was a lie. Everything that was exposed to us from the foundation of trading, when trading come about and only the rich and wealthy had access. picking up phones and calling and placing in their orders, right? In financial markets. No.
One, because the only two they were playing.
Yeah, now understand this. The internet came about, everybody get phone, everybody have internet, the market become easily accessible. Okay? Information starts spreading abroad about trading. People start hyping up, people start creating content, people start vlogging, people start doing all kind of stuff about, you know, trading and money and, you know, making plenty money and different strategies. And this is where it all started. Because the narrative, the dumb money must exist. Ignorant people in financial markets must exist. Uneducated, misinformed, and uninformed people must exist. Why? Because that creates a healthy market. That creates a healthy market. So the market doesn't have $7 trillion just to give you or give me. For us to go in financial markets and do well, we have to learn the professional approach. Now, retail brokers work for the investment banks. That's where they get their loans from to give leverage to their clients. So understand how this goes. Broker fees, commissions, spreads, they are volume based. They are not actually trading, even though they could trade against you. They could do it, but they are volume based. They have to keep recruiting more people for all the accounts that are closing down and going dormant. So that's why we have all these IB agreements and all these affiliates and refer friends and all of that. And then remember, you're already getting educated the wrong way. You already have the wrong information and trying to use the wrong strategies. So that alone is a triple threat one time. So I'm telling you, if you don't seek information first, education first, knowledge, understanding, and wisdom first about the landscape of the industry, how it's set up, how it's structured, how it really works, and how it really functions, and go right back from foundation, come up to now, you will not know how to avoid the mistakes. You will not know how to depart from all the retail trading ways. You will not have discernment and the things that you need to do to succeed and the things that you need not to do to succeed. You will never figure it out. Traders have been around for years and never ever figure it out. That is very sad. And this is just the honest, raw truth. This is just what it is. It's a sad thing, but what are you going to do? Yeah, this is just what it is. We can't change it. This is just how it is. It's built like this. But it's our job and it's our responsibility to make sure once we come into the industry to learn and to use it as an avenue to build wealth, to create a better financial future, financial stability, financial independence, financial freedom, we must do our due diligence. Must. Very, very, very important. So here, the investment bank, smart money guys, brokers, you see it marked COI here? This means conflict of interest. All brokers have conflict of interest. I don't care if they're licensed, I don't care if they're regulated, I don't care if they have 10 different licenses. It could be under the SEC, it could be under whatever, the international financial body. None of them are here to make you a successful trader or make me a successful trader. They are here to make their money. So you got to understand broker education too, because you got to understand how they make their money. Because if you don't understand how they make their money, remember, you are trading in the way that they want you to trade, and that's how they make most of their money. So we have to trade a totally different way to rise above how they expect us to trade, so we don't have to fall into the traps of how they want us to trade. So that's why we broaden the time horizon. That's why we don't day trade and scalp for income. Yeah, that's why we have a certain process and framework, and that's why we have the right education. Yeah. So most people who just want to follow people's signals, they're in trouble. Most people who just want to learn some get rich quick flip, you know, I turn $100 into 300. I over leverage my account on gold. I place 4 or 5 positions on a 0.05. Yeah. And next 2 weeks, you're down $3,000-4,000 in the market. So that's why signals, copy and paste, all these different things, taking people's stuff, and coming from retail education. And that's why they make it up in such a way that they don't want to take all your money all the time. You will get some wins. You'll get some wins. You'll get some profitable trading in there. But you will be so inconsistent and so unprofitable long term. Can't grow a large trading account, can't make withdrawals, can't see consistency. Yes, even the education out there have retail traders using bad risk management. If you see how professional traders use risk, it's nothing like how retail traders use risk. And you don't need the amount of money like an institution. You can do this with your same money in your trading account. A very strong risk control environment. Don't blow up at all. It doesn't exist. Once you discipline, you understand what you're here for, and you survive the market first, and then you scale after. So brokers, conflict of interest, IB agreement. And this IB agreement, IB means introducing broker. So you will find educators, you will find coaches, mentors, you will find lecturers, you will find advisors, you will find teachers in forex trading having IB agreements with brokers. The retail broker have conflict of interest. The trading educator have conflict of interest. And here, you down to the end right here, retail trader. You know the retail trader who get taught from the educator. That is a conflict of interest, who is working for the retail broker, which is also a conflict of interest, who also working for the investment bank. So when you learn to day trade and scalp and take people's signals and click button Monday to Friday every day, you full in the broker pocket, you full in the educator pocket, but you're not full in your pocket. And all that going straight back. These are the guys and them. Healthy market. Trillions of dollars, billions of dollars, millions of dollars. Yeah. The brokers take loans from the investment banks. They got to pay that back. That's why it have something called finance in turn. Data business. They can sell the data to the hedge fund. They can trade against you. They already know majority of the people on their platform is going to lose all their money. So why not just trade against them and have a very high win rate? This is very important. If you come into trading and really don't seek out information and education first and be aware of these things instead of just learning what a pip is first and what a trend is first, or what is Asian session, London session, New York session, and dive straight into that strategy, you will not know how to avoid certain mistakes. So the broker, what's going on here? Access, platform, software. That's what you got. We have access, we have a platform, we have a software to operate on. Financing, that's how we get leverage. Liquidity, over the counter, nice, or DMA. Nice here. Education, false narrative. The whole education is wrong. And that is why Peter Tuchman said just now there, retail traders are trading at a disadvantage. They are trading with what? Limited information because of the cost of the information. Who want to spend good money to learn to trade the right way? Nobody. But $100 or free from YouTube? Everybody want to learn from there. And then take the hard-earned money and put it in the trading account and then get a lot of false hope you know, and all these different things in the retail world. This is very detrimental. So think about it. Conflict of interest in the broker, conflict of interest in the trading educator. He don't even know he really teaching. He working for them, so he volume based. So his job is to go out, and this trading educator can say, you know what, I'm going to teach for free. I'm going to give free signals. Just join my Telegram group. Nice, click the link. Join my Telegram group, and I'll give you free education weekly and free signals weekly. But you have to sign up on this broker. The broker might say, well, okay, just deposit $100 and I'll match that with $25, or deposit $1,000 and I'll put $250 in equity for you. So you think you're getting something there. The broker might advertise himself too as giving a bonus over another broker. Why? He wants you to come on his platform over going to the other platform. So he gave you a $250 equity for you to use a higher lot size, and you don't trade it with your own education, and then you blow up everything and you're gone. But you're not getting that 250. It's just an equity. So which means all you have is purchasing power. But you can withdraw that. So you are forced now to use higher lot sizes because your senior equity is now bigger than the $1,000 that you just put. You have $1,250 now, and now you're forced to use a higher lot size. And you're going to get chopped up and lose everything. And he's going to get your $1,000 plus keep his credit $250. The trading educator now is recruiting, is marketing and recruiting for the broker. Because if he could teach for free, he could give free signals, but as long as you sign up on that broker and you deposit your money in that broker and you click in that button every day, that he feeding your signals every day, just for that purpose. So you can get 10 signals a day, you can get 5 signals a day. Furthermore, he's going to send a lot of trades all over the night, all over the morning. Why? The more you click, the more he gets paid. You are paying him enough. It looking like the service to you is free and you love that. But the broker is now paying him. The broker is now paying the trading educator. So every Monday, they get a check or they get a commission or whatever, or every day it just piles up in the back there in the IB, whatever. That is how it goes. Now look, education false narrative between the educator and the retail trader, dumb money. So we have conflict of interest broker, conflict of interest educator, and then we have dumb money retail traders. False narrative. The education is wrong. I want you guys to look at this good. This tells a lot about what I just explained and what Peter Tuchman was just talking about. You're trading with limited information. You're trading at a disadvantage with the wrong education. And the cost of the right education is expensive. And to get certain things, you might have to pay for it. And retail traders are not doing that. So it's of course, you're at a disadvantage and the odds is not in your favor, which means you're in problems if you try to succeed in financial markets long term. Very important. So for the guys who are online looking at this, understand, and you're a trader or you're a trader already, or you're a brand new person looking into the industry. Understand, you can make the money. You can get the freedom. It's possible, it's there. I'm a living testimony and a living sacrifice and a living example of it. It's there, but education first, and that is why Fishing with Pips really come about. Fishing with Pips really come about was to teach failing traders how to do it right. It wasn't about just teaching a brand new person. So I didn't really come out to teach people how to trade in general like that. I come out with a solution to a problem that already existed in financial markets. And the solution that retail traders believe that they bring for working class people and people who busy and a busy lifestyle and kids and family and stuff, their solution become a problem. Because they went and learned the wrong thing now and feed it to the, the working class, the middle class people, and then the blind lead the blind and they all fall into a ditch down the road. So the same thing that's supposed to become a solution to a middle class man or a man with a 9 to 5 to free him from a job is the same thing became a bigger problem on the other side. Because now he's losing all the money from his job and now he can't get up, he can't become successful, and there's no breakout, there's no breakthrough, and there's no true success. There's only false hope, lies, fabrication to just suck people into doing the wrong things. That's it. And that's why fishing for was built it. Because when I went to the other side of the fence and I learned the right stuff, I was like, nah, we got to rewrite the script. This thing is rigged. We got to go back and feed the people the right thing. And that's why we have a unique service. And it's not free. And it will never be. And it's not cheap. As it will never be. Nothing life-changing is cheap or free. Even if it's not just about money, sacrifice is the price. Doing the work, applying yourself. But understand how much people worldwide is trapped. Trading came to our shores. It was the whole manipulation system was designed and it was a lie from the start. So I want you guys to understand the foundation before we move forward. Understand the foundation. Back in the days, from inception, financial markets was designed and created. Internet wasn't around in no big way at that point in time. Cell phones wasn't in everybody's pocket. The market was only accessible to the rich and wealthy, people who had money. And you see how they used to place the orders? They will call on the phone and literally talk and say, I want to buy this and this stock at this price, blah, 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 blah. And they push the people running up and down. Long ago, when you see on those movies, people running up and down the floor, the trading floor. And all this shouting and everybody running and bouncing into each other and this one shouting. Yeah, that was actually a real thing. That wasn't just a movie. It was actually a real thing. So they are brokers, they are market makers, they are traders. And everybody is operating inside there, and brokers taking their orders and going across to the market makers punching it in, boom, marking up the spreads, brokers doing their part. Right? The brokers doing their part. Stacey, watch your mic, please.
Sorry, Captain.
No problem. Yeah, the brokers doing their part, everybody doing their part. And even back then, a lot of retail traders were losing their money. Because education wasn't widely available. They still didn't have access to, a pro trader process or how licensed traders actually trade, professional traders actually trade. Nice, they didn't have any of that. They didn't have their own laptop, their own cell phone, their own internet access from their bedroom. They didn't have nothing like that. So when internet came around and everybody has a cell phone in their pocket and everybody has a laptop and everybody has internet and it become easily accessible from your bedroom, did it help the amount of people that was failing? No, all it did was this, bring more liquidity into the market because now we have more participants around the world taking part in financial markets. And they lock up the right information. And the only way you could have brainwashed the whole world of retail traders, there must be information that is hidden. There must be ignorance that is being created. There must be a lie or precept or concept, false narrative. There must be false education in the public domain for the industry to remain successful. just like children, that's just like children, you know, parents train children up to go to school just to get a job. That's what capitalism train and program people to do. So the industry start to train people now and start a salary for it to go out on the internet, become trading influencers, become trading gurus, go on YouTube, go on, you know, create your own platform, share trading, have a broker, become an IB agreement, become an IB. Nice, get them onto the platform, have them deposit their money in their accounts. When they do catch on and they start to blow up all their money and lose all their money, and okay, cool, let's find some more people to replace the ones who blowing up their account and the accounts are closing down and becoming dormant. We got to find people, because once a broker cannot get people coming in, it's just like the network marketing companies and multi-level marketing companies. It's a recruiting based thing. It's a volume based thing. If the broker cannot get people to consistently come, he has to shut down. He has to shut down. That's why sometimes you will be using a broker and all of a sudden you get an email, we're racking up, we're closing up, we're getting out of here. Whatever the money you have, withdraw it, take it out. We're gone. If you're trading long enough, we went through that with brokers already. Because they're not getting the volume of people to come on. They got to go to the investment bank and get a loan. They'll sell your data, trade against you, finance in turn. If you have to deposit money in your account and they have to go to the bank, the investment bank, to get a loan to provide you with liquidity, who you feel paying for that? I mean, to provide you with leverage, who you think paying for it? Your account is paying for it. And losing traders makes a broker get paid at least 3 to 4 weeks. A successful trader who consistently profitable and making money, he doesn't get paid so much ways from a good trader. Because a good trader is not clicking all the time. He builds a portfolio and he runs it for a certain time horizon. So he could be in positions for 3 weeks, a month, 25 days, 30 days, 40 days, 60 days. He could be within 3 weeks, 2 weeks, but he's not clicking every day to fully broker pocket. So he's trading on a longer time horizon. It's better for him. The odds is in his favor. You know, he have the probability against him. He have the right education. The probability actually in his favor. Sorry. Nice. So you have the odds in his favor. You have the probability in his favor. It's a numbers game. It's a probability game, right? It's not just about picking one trade, trading one asset, trading gold alone, trading this alone, trading US 30 alone, trading this alone, that alone. It's not about that. Retail traders come and try to fit themselves into doing that and think that is the best thing for them to do to make money. But if you're really here to operate as a professional trader, you have to diversify. You have to, you know, go on different assets and create different trade ideas and build a long short type of approach to protect yourself, protect your capital, protect, you know, to keep making money and to be consistent. Other than that, you can't get it from just chasing one thing or multiple positions on one thing. Nice. So here you have spreads, commissions, management fees, spread commissions, demand for financing, demand for false narrative, and demand for losing trades. So that is the whole thing of a retail trader right there. And the broker tied in with the educator. I'm telling you guys, and that's why you will see this. This is from Anton Krill, ITPM. You always see them, Goldman Sachs traders. All retail traders are sitting to the bottom here. They got no clue what they're doing. Yeah. They think they do, but here's what. The delusional, the denial, and the full of lies. That's all. They are unconscious. They are unconscious and incompetent. Institutional traders are up here with their framework. Professional traders are up here with their framework. They know exactly what they're doing. They know how to apply it. They know how to do everything well. They are conscious and competent. Unconscious competence, that means you're on autopilot. You just do it. You just do the right thing without even thinking about it. You just operate on autopilot. You have done it for so long, you have done it so much, you know the right thing, you just operate on autopilot. That is where professional traders and institutional traders lies. And retail traders could be up here, but most sit right to the bottom here and never move. To the bottom, guys. Why? Because of this. Straight to the bottom. Because of this. Understand the difference between the approach. Now, you see it mark up here, other side of the fence. Most retail traders was never on the other side of the fence. Professional trading knowledge that professionals do not want you to know. Remember, I told you guys that do not ever tell yourself in trading that nothing is hidden under the sun. Don't ever tell yourself, don't ever be so ignorant, arrogant, foolish, stupid, and dotish. Yeah? To tell yourself that there is nothing hidden under the sun in trading, and there's nothing nobody can teach you about trading, and everything you need to know is on the internet or on YouTube or on Google or DeepSeek or ChatGPT. You're wrong like a O. Don't ever tell yourself that. Don't ever come in here with all that ignorance. Why? You will never succeed. You will never be successful long term. You could win some trades here. Anybody could win some trades. Somebody who don't know what they're doing, period, could win some trades. They could just come in, luck, beginner's luck, buy, sell, gamble, and get through. But if you're going to build wealth, you got to do it properly. You need the right education. So understand this. Professional traders, hedge fund managers, or PMs. What is the approach? Systematic approach. Long, short portfolio, 1 to 3 months. Remember, they're not clicking every day. The brokers want you to click every day. It fills their pocket. The educator is teaching you to click every single day. 4 or 5 signals per day. Yeah? Why do you think he's giving you 4 or 5 signals per day? Why do you think he's teaching you this short term, in and out, in and out? You think he has your best interest at heart and really care about you and really, want to see you win? Or you think he just really doesn't know and he think he is doing something very genuine and he's doing something very noble and honest and, he's passionate about this thing and he's helping you and he doesn't know the right and true education for himself? What a level of brainwashing. And the blind lead the blind and they all fall into that ditch. Systematic approach. Long, short portfolio. This is exactly what retail traders needs to be adapting to. Not this. This is the retail independent private trader. They've traded a community. They trade bouncing around ideas, tag team in the markets. Yeah, they do their qualitative work, quantitative work, all their findings, macroeconomics, microeconomics, KPIs, outliers, nice, and all the cyclical defensive stocks. Nice, they do all that good stuff there. Earnings, evaluations, everything. And they come, they talk about it, have discussions, have conversations, and they make the best informed and educated decisions. What are day traders doing? Retail traders what? Believe trading is about short term. Confusing market making with long short portfolio. You got to understand, we can't emulate the market makers. We got to understand how they actually, their template of how they make the markets up and run the trends. But our job is not to emulate them because they are literally not doing anything but just punching in some numbers into an algorithm system, and the algorithm is actually executing the trades. So we have to take the approach of the licensed professional trader who has a long short approach, nice, who's going through his watch list and getting directional biases, predicting future price movement, and building a portfolio, a long short, and running it between this 1 month to 3 month time horizon. It could be 2 weeks, it could be 3 weeks, anything. It could be a month and a half, but it's between 1 to 3 months or 20 days to 60 days. That's the real rich and wealthy people approach. What is the poor people approach? The broke people approach? Directional trading, day trading, scalping. They find one pair, they try to buy there, they try one pair, they try to sell there. That's it, the directional. They're not long and short, they're directional. So these guys here are consistently profitable traders. These guys here are not. What is the risk? Diversity. They diversify the risk so they can have 10, 15 positions and have a total risk control environment. Retail traders, concentrated risk, only risk 1 to 2% per trade. Only risk 1 to 2% per trade, but yet they're taking 15 trade, 10 trade. They're taking out the trading with a lot size directly off of their capital. They don't do it like that here. They could risk up to 10%, 5% of the entire portfolio, and then allocate a dollar value to each position. It's totally different from what retail traders do with concentrated risk. Typical retail trader account has approximately 3 positions or something. GBP USD, short the S&P 500, or long some of their favorite stock or pair. And then you just trade straight to zero because you don't really have a portfolio. If you just buy something there, sell something there, and you know, 3 things that you like, you just, you know what I mean? So that's the wrong approach. So that's why when Peter Tuchman said you're trading with limited information and you're trading with information, you know, with the wrong information, also check the cost of the information. If you have to learn from a licensed trader, it's going to cost you a couple thousand US. Well, I mean, like good couple thousand, which you don't have, which means you'll never see what real professional trading is and how to really make money. That's why when I bring this as a man from the street, I could have charged much more for my education. I could have charged much more, but I just didn't want to bring it to bring a sort of, you know, negative people in and put it just decent enough that somebody who's serious could invest in themselves and learn the right thing. So we don't want to attract the wrong people, and then we don't want to put it too far where people can't get a chance. So as a man from the street, went and do my work, went and do my part, invest in myself, build the relationships, build the connections, went on the other side of the fence. Yeah, get to see what it is like, apply it, learn it, nice, adapt it. Great. Now I gotta bring it back to my people and feed it to my people so they can actually learn the right thing and go off and become successful also. Just like me and many others who would have learned and used it over the years. Return, long-term consistency. Remember, professional traders who apply themselves like this are consistently profitable between this time horizon, which means every quarter, every month, they're actually, you know, they are scaling their accounts and they are actually booking profits. And if you want to know what that look like, watch your bank every quarter, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Watch your bank on the newspapers and on the television set every 3 months. And who doing that? Those millions you're seeing that they're showing up 100 and something million US, 100 plus million US. That money you're seeing there is traders doing that. Traders, but remember, they have the approach. That money ain't coming from loans and interest rates and little bank fees, and that coming from traders doing that. So they have long-term consistency. And trading is a safety net of all investments and the whole banking infrastructure. Not long-term value investing, is trading, long-short trading, not long only, not short only, but long-short trading is the bloodline of banking infrastructure. So understand this. Pro traders, portfolio managers or hedge fund managers, their job is to trade from now until they die. Outperform the market. Yeah. They're looking at capital preservation and growth. That's what they're looking at. Survive the markets and grow. Survive the markets and grow. Survive the markets when things go wrong. Proper risk control environment, and then grow when the market plays off in your favor properly. So you can have a great year, a great quarter, a great week, a great month, but you're going to have it consistently when you actually apply yourself like that. What retail traders doing? They trading, scalping for income, concentrated risk, foolishness, short-term binary. You ever hear about binary option, pocket option, IQ option? Not stock option. Stock option is the real deal. All those other imitation option, time-based, in and out, quick kind of stuff. Yeah, they're always short-term. And then what? All of that leads to capital destruction. Boom, capital destruction. What goes on here? The other side of the fence, professional trading knowledge that professionals do not want you to know. Professional traders, realistic expectation and targets, get rich slowly, 1 month to 3 months, not try to get rich every day, clicking the button every day. Expectation and targets, they meet it at a very high percentage at times, between 1 month and 3 months. Trade forever without blowing up until retirement. Broker always benefits. Yeah, he's good to go. What the retail trader doing? Unrealistic high expectations and targets. Stay poor, get poor quickly because of their application and their approach. The expectation and targets are not met and they blow up. Broker benefits, stop loss, and don't they worry. Don't they worry. Now, the vast majority of retail traders will lose all of their deposits margins within 3 to 4 months. Typically, brokers will spend 30% to 50% of commission spreads, commission and spreads revenues received on marketing for new clients in order to replace the clients that blows up standing still. So understand what the broker is doing. He is taking 30% to 50% of his commission. He's paying it to IB clients, which is retail trading educators out there. Not me. Yeah. We don't roll with that. Nice. Typically, the broker will spend 30 to 50% of commission and spreads revenues received on marketing for new clients. Now, the broker don't really market. He uses these IB agreements, people market for him. Because people are the ones who are going to say, I'll give you education for free. I'll give you signals for free. Just sign up to this broker and just take all the trades and send here and use this education here. Load up your trading account. I will send you 3 trades per day, 5 trades per day. You click all the time. He wanted to trade as often as possible, as much as possible. You do exactly as he wanted to do. You lose all your money within that time horizon, and you keep trying to go back and deposit more and more and more and more and more and spinning top and mud. 80 to 95% of clients, 80,000. Let me say, 8,000. Yeah, 9,500 clients. So let's say a broker have 8,000 clients to 9,500 clients on their platform. 80 to 90% of them will always be down at any one time. The broker cannot grow his business unless they spend significant money on marketing. The broker cannot grow his business unless he spends significant money on marketing. I want you guys to understand this. And that's why I tell you guys, right? And that's why I tell you guys, listen, from foundation, look at how the thing was set up. Look at how the thing was set up from since foundation. Look at They know they needed more liquidity. They know they needed more participants. The internet was an innovative way to get that done. It was easily accessible, but it didn't mean success was coming. When it hit our shores, it came like it was very easy. You could just follow this line. You could just follow this educator, this 7-figure earner, this 6-figure earner. You could just follow their trades, this higher high, higher low. Just learn how to draw lines, learn the terminologies, learn 0.01 for every 100, mini lot, standard lot, micro lot. You know, come out and if you're working, trade the Asian, everything, you know, get up early, trade the London, you know, right, New York session, trade New York. And this is the type of things that was being pushed, but none of it was true. None of it was correct. None of it was professional. None of it was the right and correct thing. So which means every trader in Trinidad and Tobago and worldwide who actually saw those things online and got exposed to those things totally have the wrong education. You have the odds against you. You're trading with limited information, wrong information, wrong approach, wrong risk management, wrong process, and that's why we have such a high fail rate in financial markets across the globe. No matter who you are and where you are or how smart you think it is, no matter how much strategy you create, 10, 15 different ones you try, no matter how much scanner they bring out, AI, EA, robot, every single thing will fall victim unless a person really decides to turn around and go and learn the right thing. Do you guys understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just imagine everybody was brainwashed since trading hit our shores. Just imagine everybody was taught a lie and taught the wrong thing when trading hit our shores. What more? Ignorant people will hear me saying this, and I'm literally showing you, I'm proving to you. The industry is literally telling you, and people still wouldn't hear and listen. Understand what's happening, understand what's going on. Now, if we look at this, the market makers, the Forex market is controlled through what? Brokers, hedge funds, banks with the highest market share percentage. So we look at some of the big players here, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley. Let's look at some of the big players here. Bank of America. Look at some of the big players here. But do persons have any education about the brokers? Do they have any education about what traders do at hedge funds? Do they even really understand the banks? This is what you need first before you need the theory, you need the information, you need the education, because you need the discernment to know what part to take and what part not to take. If you just come to trading and just hop on a platform, go to some school, jump on an educational platform, and never be exposed to who the market makers is, what they do, how they do it, how would you know how to avoid their traps, their tricks? How would you know how to set yourself up in the best places to trade in line with them, not against them, but in line with them, so you can be consistently profitable? How? And that's why you'll see people on the internet trying to, trade and manage people's accounts and will put themselves in a lot of problems. Why? They don't know the right thing. They don't know the correct thing. They don't know the truth. They have been around years, but they have never had a tested and proven system. They have never had something that truly works. And they still don't have it today. I'm begging for more money to trade people money again. To do what? To repeat the same thing again and then drive yourself off the edge. Some people commit suicide. Some people kill themselves. Some people make all kind of crazy mistakes. Suicidal thoughts. They're losing all their money. They blow up. They trust the wrong man. They trust the wrong people who do not know how to trade. 9 years of experience and still don't know the truth. 9 years of experience and still don't know the right thing. I thank God for showing me the other side of the fence. God know my heart. God know I wanted this bad. Get rich or die trying. Do or die. Burn your bridges. No turning back. Giving up is not an option. You say, hey, you see a man like that? Let me show that man the right thing. Let me connect the right people to that man. Let me send that man to New York. Let that man go into the New York Stock Exchange. Let that man become friends with professional traders. Let that man do their framework. Let that man learn their methodology, their system, their approach, because I know he will do good stuff with it. We're going to save some retail traders. We're going to help decrease the amount of traders that fail in financial markets. I thank God for using me as a vessel for the past 10 years. Not just with experience, but results. And not just trading the right thing. So understand this. These top market shareholding banks, what? These top market shareholding banks work with what? Professional traders, not retail traders with support resistance and trend line breakout, breakout retest, concentrated risk. What we look at here, where it says, the investment bank. See the investment bank? See the retail brokers? See the retail educators? See the dumb money? Look at the sequence, right? Look at where they're sitting to the bottom here. Nice. Look at what they're doing over what professionals are doing. Understand that? So when we see this information here says what? These top market shareholding banks work with what? Professional traders. Why? These guys know how to make money. And these professional traders is known as what? Market makers. Why? Because they make the markets. The market is rigged. It's manufactured. It's generated. It's controlled. The market doesn't have a mind of its own. If the market was random, how traders would get the type of results that they get? They got to have some type of information, some type of process, some type of education that lines them up to get these type of returns in financial markets despite the market conditions. So don't blame bombs, don't blame Donald Trump, don't blame the market condition, and I'm not trading in December, and I'm not trading. Don't blame nothing. You do not have a system that works. But they manufacture results, right? They fool people who don't know better. It's crazy. These top share holding banks work with professional traders known as market makers at Citadel. Do you know what Citadel? Citadel is the largest market maker firm in the world. The largest market maker firm in the world. And what do they do? They generate business with clients and make markets in assets such as currencies, cryptos, stocks, doesn't matter. So what do we mean by generate business and make markets? The market maker generates business with his clients, you and I, the retail trader. Remember, what's going on with the retail traders? What's going on with them? What's going on with the retail trader? He's day trading, he's concentrated risk, he's short-term binary, capital destruction. Yeah, they love that. What's going on with the retail trader? He's sitting to the bottom here. He got no clue what he's doing. He think he do. Delusion, denial, and lies. He will defend the retail stuff. If I tell him, boy, you're doing something wrong, don't trade that way. Boy, you're trading the wrong way, but that's the wrong information. It wouldn't reach nowhere with that. It wouldn't succeed. It wouldn't become successful. It wouldn't be profitable. Don't do that. Wait, who is you? Who is you? You can't teach me nothing. Who is you? You can't teach me nothing. You know what I mean? And you go around with that ignorance and arrogance, and we just keep making money in the market, living with life, and you keep trying and beating up and can't get a breakthrough. Take away put away your pride, your ego, and put away all that. Put away all that. Because if your family depend on you, your kids depend on you, your children depend on you, forget your ego, forget your pride. Humble yourself. Learn from the people who know exactly what they do and what they're saying and who have the experience and results. Invest in yourself. Put your money where your mouth is if you value yourself. And show up and do the work. And in due time and due season, you do your best and let God do the rest. You will bear fruit. You will get a return. Yeah, so understand this. The market makers generate business with his clients, you and I, the retail trader, by creating patterns on the charts that you could recognize. He wanted to see those flag patterns that you were taught from YouTube. He wanted to see the support. He wanted to see the resistance. He wanted to see all the different high, low, this, that. Every retail patterns that you see out there. He prints it with his candlesticks. And he has the liquidity to do it. Why? Most retail traders think they are liquidity in a sense of they make the markets up or try to move the market or whatever they believe liquidity is and try to look for it. But I'm telling you, you could be looking in the wrong place. Why? The market makers uses the liquidity provider shares. Do you know what the liquidity provider shares is? The liquidity provider shares is everybody's bank account. The bank don't have a bank account. Everybody's bank account is the bank account. And they're using the liquidity provider shares. So which means you are not liquidity. They don't need your money to make the markets up. They have the money. They are making it up. And you are a speculator. You and I are a speculator on the side, believing, according to what you were taught, is it going to go up or is it going to go down? I think it's going to buy and I'm going to buy. I think you're going to sell. I see that support. I see that resistance here. I see that this here. I see that here. And that is what they're doing. They're using the liquidity provider shares. So it have no buyers fighting in the market and sellers fighting and bulls and bears and no buyers. When you see the market consolidating or you see a doji, no buyers in here and no sellers in here. And when you see the market push off, buyers take over and sellers take over. No, dummy. Ain't got nothing like that going on in there. Yeah. The market makers use the liquidity provider shares. I'm being real because I'm so passionate about this, because if people could just get this down in their skull in the trading industry and just unlearn and relearn, it could transform the entire life in trading. When your perspective have to change about the market, your perspective, your concept, your precept, everything that you were taught or think you know about the market should definitely be thrown out the window and go back from the foundation, start again, come back up, learn the right approach now, and go forward. I bet you financial markets will pay. As long as you align yourself and follow the laws and don't follow your retail stuff, financial markets will pay you. Yeah? Don't get it twisted. The market makers use the liquidity provider shares to make markets. His job is to create a trading environment that entices the retail trader to enter the market. Your money sitting in your trading account is of no value to the market maker unless you can get it, click a button. So the whole thing about using the money, the bank's money, and making the markets up is to entice the speculator based on what he was taught, which is already the wrong information. That when he sees a breakout, he takes a trade. That's what he will learn from YouTube. That's what he learned from a volume-based network marketing, multi-level marketing company with products and services. And they say they had their best interests at heart. And they think they come to sell it cheap, only $200 to start, only $100 every month. Why? Because, we make it cheap for all you. We know all the struggling and all the suffering on the ground. So we make it cheap for all you. We bring it down to all you instead of all you have to work hard and build all yourself and come up to us to pay proper education and get it right. No, we go bring. But when you think they genuinely create this thing so cheap and bring it down to you, not knowing the entire industry was created to suck out every last little dollar that the naive have. If you look at it from that perspective, that is why it's like that. Because they know there's a lot of gullible people and greedy people on the ground. People suffering, people struggling. There are greedy people who like to gamble. There are naive people. Yeah. There are people who just love get rich quick, who love just fast money, quick money, who love easy entry, and they could pay $100 for education, or they could pay $100 for a service and still put 10,000 US in the trading account. That is why they know, here's what, we are volume based. We don't know these people pocket, but the broker also have a service that if you deposit your money in your account and you trade, he gives the educator money also. So you can see everything is tied together. Everything, as we go back here again. Investment bank, retail brokers, trading educators, education, false narrative, the money. They have to go and create the money. This is very important. We could save all retail traders in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean and worldwide if people just listen to this and understand this and unlearn and relearn and get away from all the lies from an inception of their trading journey and their trading career. If they could just throw all the retail stuff, depart from all the retail trading ways, and don't be ignorant and arrogant and try to defend the minority at times they make money on something, or some people so mad in trading, it creates a delusional lunacy kind of, something went wrong in people's head. And the reason why I say this is because a man literally tell me that what he doing works, and he been around 3 to 5 years. He have never made a withdrawal. He have never grown a large trading account. He's inconsistent, blowing up his trading account also, and telling me what he does works because he win a trade already. He wins some trades already from it. That alone can tell you there are mad people in this industry. Because how you could tell me something working and you are around 3 to 5 years and have nothing, no type of results, no type of large account, no type of withdrawals, nothing that you buy, house, land, nothing from trading, and you telling me what you're doing works. That's how I mean. That could only be lunacy, madness. That need Ward 1 bad injection. It have traders I will talk to that will literally look at the minority and tell me, Joe, but it works. It's not about what works in trading, it's about what's right. It's about what's true. It's not about what works. Everything works. Every single thing a trader use, he could win a trade with. But if you're going to change your life financially in here, you have to know the right thing to do it consistently long term. And that is what put the odds in your favor, to make money in that type of way to set you free. Do you guys understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Telling you, passionate about this, man, because I'm telling you, if people just get it. I've taught people for years, so I know some people get it. But we need to get more people to get it. Because there is nobody on the internet and TikTok, Facebook around unless it's Anton Krill and them, ITPM. Those are my boys. Those are my guys. Those are my people. Yeah. And we stand for the same righteousness. We stand for the same thing. So why do we care? You think we just out here to sell a course? You think we just out here for money? It's got to be deeper than that. Everybody plays a role. And if we see a problem, and we are business people, is of course, we take the necessary steps. But what we're doing are so genuine and so righteous. Yeah, that it's literally actually having people achieving what retail traders have never been able to achieve. Because we have the right stuff. You are of no value to the dealer, the market maker, if he cannot get you into the market. He wants to show you something. Once the retail trader recognize the pattern, presented, yeah boy, they must set up. Market maker will then either show them a little profits, show the retail trader a bit of profits, entice them, to use higher risk. That's why you hear what it's saying here? It entices them to use higher risk. Have you guys ever seen somebody share their charts or share their screenshot where they're trying to market with on social media to show people how much money they make or how much wins they get? And you see multiple positions on the same pair. And when you look at their account size and you look at the lot size on that on that multiple positions, you know that account done over leverage already. And they go try it again. No stop loss, big stop loss, they're going to get caught up. And then that leads back to what? That leads back to this. Capital destruction. I'm telling you, we're tying all this in. Everything that was taught in retail trading from the inception was a lie. It was false. It wasn't correct. It wasn't true. And I could stand up and look at the whole retail world and tell them that with confidence. Because I'm on the other side of the fence. And we are here to help them get it right if they want it. We can't beg them. We can't, try to put a gun to their head to get it. It's up to them if they want to get it. They got to seek, search, knock, find. So when you see they share their charts and you see that, you know where it comes from. Nice. They will entice them to use what? Higher risk. Leverage more and overtrade. Then, once you, the retail trader, is over your head in trades with risk at max, the dealers shift the markets completely against you, hitting your stops before you could even react, leave you panicking. Have this ever happened to you before? Thought you were in the perfect trade, thought nothing could go wrong, the perfect setup was in progress, great entry, your first position in profit, you're going to add a few more, then suddenly the market shift. Boom. Destroyer. No more. And we stop here for today. No more. No more blown accounts. No more trading retail stuff. No more applying yourself. Because everything that hit our shores from the inception of trading blowing up in our country and the Caribbean and worldwide, wherever you are, could be in the US, Thailand, because even I went Thailand, even Thailand have the wrong education. I have some people out in Panama, I have some people out in the EU, everywhere, it's the same. Yeah. Everywhere is the same. Which means nobody, no matter where you are, you're exempted from learning the wrong stuff. Because internet is there, you have access, right? They got YouTube. You have a lot of trading schools out there who are working for the investment banks, the brokers, and the market makers. There are people inside of financial markets who have online courses and classes that you could go and pay a couple thousand US or a couple hundred US. And they know what they have on that is not the truth, and they will sell it to you. And you're going to pay for it. And here comes failure long term. And they know the right thing, and they will not teach exactly what they do inside of the industry. But we are not having it. So guys, no more. All who looking out on social media, internet, TikTok, Facebook. I'm going to put this up on YouTube also. Nice. Guys, unlearn and relearn. Unlearn and relearn. You got to get this whole document. Get this whole document and read this whole document. It will shift your entire mind about everything you think you know or thought you know about trading. You don't have a clue of who you're up against, what you're up against. See this market making better markets for a better world. Yeah, right. Citadel Securities. Making better markets for a better world. Crazy. The most valuable currency in the world is the truth. I tell people, learn the truth, learn the correct thing, learn the correct thing. unless you have worked at a preparatory firm, you have no idea what you're going up against. And that is why I do contents, videos, lives. I share with the public. I don't gatekeep and keep things for myself. I share with them. Nice. It's up to you to make an investment in yourself and to learn, take the courses, classes online, learn, get the coaching, get the mentorship, and line yourself up. But you need the truth in trading. It's not about what works, it's about what is true. You need what is right. If you want to make that US dollars, you want to make that good money, you want to fly the world, travel, you want to set yourself up financially, you want to build a legacy, set up a generation, you have to depart from all the lies that came to our shores from the inception about trading. I am coming up against the ignorance, 8 years, 9 years of people ignorance in financial markets. So if I walk up to a man who traded 10 years now, he make a little money along the years, he get to make a little small withdrawals, but then blow everything, then he have to go and fund the account again, and then he go guess and gamble and hit a lucky shot, and then he go blow everything again, and then he go in like that, and he go say, boy, me, I have 10 years experience on a thing, I make money already, my strategy works, it's just, I have to be disciplined. You cannot follow a trading plan with the wrong education. You cannot have a checklist with the wrong education. You cannot feel you could be disciplined with the wrong education. You cannot feel you could be patient with the wrong education. You don't even know what you're waiting on. You cannot, all these different characteristics and qualities you cannot try to do that with the wrong approach and with the wrong info. Only when the right education is taught, then you can align patients with the right stuff. Now you know what you're waiting for. Now you can align a trading plan with the right stuff. Now you know exactly what to do to make money. I wish people get this, man. I wish this message, this video, this live, I wish it could reach every retail trader is. Whoever is to hear will hear, whoever is to see will see. Unless they change, unless they repent, convert, and then God will heal them. Because right now they see and see not. There are so much blind leading blind. I see them on TikTok all the time, Facebook, Instagram. I see them all over. YouTube, I see them all over. Blind leading the blind. Trust me, it's first. My one little message, Anton one little message, can reach over 8 billion people in the world. The algorithm wouldn't allow it. So we consistently share the message over a couple of years until we start to make some effort. It's like sharing the kingdom of God across all nations, and then the end will come. We got to keep sharing the right education. We got to keep sharing that knowledge. Yeah. So guys, this is it. So if you're all interested in really turning things around, for the viewers online, you're interested in turning things around for your trading, well, we don't have much talking to do again. You got 7 days to go. But we are always here. Remember, this is online classes, not really a physical room. Every quarter, we try to meet in a physical room if we have a lot of new students that we need to help go through the onboarding process. But we got 7 days to go. Nice. And this is where we operate on a 3-month basis. You can learn at your own pace, your own convenience. And we have our new student intake happening right now, plus our 2-on-1 for both Forex and stocks. So it's just really giving you a solid foundation to work with in trading. Nice. You get broker education. You have to understand the broker education. Those are things you could do self-research, some self-work on. Nice. You could get broker education. You could understand their landscape. You could go more in depth. Nice. The same document here will teach you how the entire market is set up and structured also. You can go way back from foundation and know exactly everything you see about trading is a lie. And what you're really supposed to be doing to make money is not what they are being taught out there. Not what people are being taught out there. So if you know this and you are conscious of this, it's very easy for you to know and have discernment to know what road you need to take to get where you want to be or what road you don't need to take. Nice. Without this, you will fall into every single trap on the internet, and that's not going to be good for you. You'll waste a lot of time, effort, energy, and money. If you're new and you're watching into this industry, you know what to do. Fishing for Pips to the world. If you're trading for a while, feeling not doing well, and you want to get on the right path, fishing for Pips to the world. Nice. So here we go 2-on-1. Somebody going to say something there? Yeah, go ahead.
Captain, I was just mentioning that you can just refresh the website, the page itself.
The countdown is less days than that? We got less days.
No, actually, just refresh the page because I would have done some work. Made some adjustments to the header there.
All right. Nice. So now see it pop up there. Good. All right. So 7 days to go. Do not miss it. Find yourself in the right room with the right people with the right dedication. All right. So you'll definitely change your perspective of financial markets, change your approach, and I'm sure you're going to get more confidence in what you're doing, what you're looking for, and how to apply yourself, which can also lead to profitability. Nice. So that's it for us. Hope you guys learned something. Get some value from this live. So anybody you know who trading, it could be a friend, your neighbor, tell them stop what they're doing right now. They're going down the wrong road. Turn it around. Yeah. Have a good one, guys. Get you guys on the next one. Stay tuned.
Thank you, sir. Good evening. Good night, everyone.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.